Awesome. Hello, everyone, and good evening. Can everyone hear me? All good? Just give me a thumbs up. Sweet as. Thank you very much. Well, my name is Kelvin and welcome to tonight's Isogenics presentation. Quick couple of things. What I'm going to be going through tonight is a little bit about the Isogenics system and the opportunity of network marketing, just to give you guys an idea of exactly what Isogenics is. And please reach out in the chat if you have any questions as we go along, and I might ask a few things. If you can answer or raise your hand, that'd be awesome. So I'll get into my story a little bit later on, but what I'm going to do now is just share my screen and start taking you guys through the Isogenics presentation. So cheers. Oh, and thank you so much all for jumping on tonight as well. So cheers. Hopefully my computer cooperates. Awesome. So the Isogenics opportunity. I got started with Isogenics about 3 years ago. I got started mainly for the products and the opportunity together. So I didn't just get started for one thing. I have always been involved in health and wellness, and I was always looking for something that would allow me to enjoy the things that I was doing, but more often be able to have more life back, I guess, be able to go and do the things that I really want to, surf all the time, travel all the time, and, be able to give back and help others to do the same, and, help my friends and family to do the same as well. So that's what the Isogenics opportunity really is to me. And when I started in this opportunity, the health side of it really sought out to me, as well as the opportunity. So cheers. So just a quick disclaimer, when it comes to Isogenics, nothing is guaranteed, but anything is possible. So quick disclaimer, just saying that your results are down to you and you alone. You will see people that are getting great results in quick periods of time, and that is down to everything that they've done, keeping to the system, also with their nutrition and also their exercise. So it's not just one thing. And with financial results, it's also down to that person and what they've been able to do. So like it says, nothing is guaranteed, but anything is possible, and it all comes down to you. And my screen has just not gone to the next one. There we go. So what is Isogenics? It's simplified holistic wellness, nothing artificial, cold pressed, raw ingredients. So they take the best ingredients from all around the world and they put it into a system. And the Isogenics system, it's pretty easy, really. Usually what it looks like for most people is sort of 2 shakes a day and 1 meal. And I'll get into that a little bit later, but here's a few of the products just on the screen. And I think the best thing about this, sticks out about this slide, is just nothing artificial. It's all just ingredients, like I said, taken from all around the world. The dairy and the whey protein comes from New Zealand, which I live, so I'm like, awesome. I know we've got the best milk in the world, so that's cool to see. So why Isogenics? Now, there's a few things that I'll go over, and there are some references at the bottom that reference to studies done around the world. Now, none of this stuff has anything to do with Isogenics. I'll just start by saying none of this stuff has anything to do with Isogenics. It's just what's happening around the world. So Isogenics has their own science department and everything like that, and just where Isogenics fits into what's actually happening around the world is why we get really so excited about it. So nutritional depletion. So studies found that between 1950 to 1999, so 49 years, 50 years, depletion of nutrients in soil was as high as 40%. Okay, so this comes from many things. Over farming, it comes from just growing crops year after year after year after year on the same soil. Just lots of different things that are like contributing to our soils being depleted, chemicals and leaching our soils of different things. And it's just, we don't really know about it. We just kind of go on as usual. Food's food. Well, it's not. And, you can have a look at these studies and stuff, but there was a study done by University or UCLA over in America, and they were looking at fruits and vegetables. Now, one of these, it was like they were testing one of the fruits and vegetables was apples. So back in like the 1950s and 60s or 40s, you used to be able to eat one apple and get, something out of your daily. Well, oranges is like daily vitamin C levels, like 1 to 2 oranges. Well, now it's like 8 or 9 apples and 7 oranges, and it's just that's what's happening to our food. Couple that with these things. So stress. Studies show that between 75 and 90% of doctors' visits are stress-related. And long-term stress, as we all know, can lead to unhealthy physiological changes. So we all know that not enough sleep and not enough rest and everything like that can lead to you not getting great health results. It's the same with stress. Stress on the body can put on weight gain. It can mean that you don't gain weight at the same time. It can mess up your hormones and everything like that. So there's a lot of things to do with stress, and that's just when people, well, most of the time it's overworked. That's it's a lot to do with work and just stuff that's happening in our lives. So just understand that if you are stressed, you're not alone, but we have some great products that can help to relieve stress. So cool. And toxicity. This is a big one that I didn't really know about when I got started in isogenics. So in 2002, over 100,000 chemicals were in commercial use. And when you start looking into more and more stuff, especially earlier on in the 1960s, they talk about, how a lot of stuff like wasn't even regulated or wasn't even properly tested. And chemicals are in everything these days. We walk to work or we drive to work and we ingest chemicals from car fumes. Or, has anyone raised up your hand if you've ever been cleaning and you just take a big woof of something in the cleaner? Like, I don't know if you've been bleaching something, hand up if you've bleached something, you've got a big woof of bleach and you just instantly feel like, whoa, that really hit me hard. We're not meant to feel like that. We've made these chemicals and we're just a living organism as well. So if our environment's taking in lots of chemicals, and we're going to be taking in lots of chemicals as well. So removing toxins, removing chemicals from the body has a number of things that can really help long term. So cool. So what we focus on isogenics is nourish days and fasting days. Another term is shake days and cleanse days. On nourish days, you're going to be nourishing your body with 2 shakes and 1 meal plus snacks throughout the day. And on fasting days, you're going to be having the Cleanse for Life drink. You have that 4 times a day, and you have these little iso snacks and iso delights and little add-ons that help you get through the day. I'm actually cleansing today or fasting today. And sometimes I struggle, but a lot of the times I feel really good like I do today, and I know that how good I feel the next day. So what does a nourish day look like? Well, it looks like 2 to 3 smoothies. Now, these smoothies are raw, cold-pressed ingredients, tested for heavy metals and pesticides, and there's a whole range of things that Isogenics does to really make sure that our products are the best. And they have a rigorous 8-stage testing process to make sure that there's no crap in it, pretty much. Just having a look down through the list of stuff on there, it's really easy to understand how nutrient dense these shakes are. So when I first started, I was like, how can I have just 2 shakes and 1 meal a day? I'll starve. But the amount of nutrients that are actually packed in these shakes, your body's getting all that it needs in a meal. So what my day generally looks like, so I do a lot of training and exercise, I generally have 2 shakes and 2 meals every day, sometimes 3 shakes. But with my mum and dad, they don't do as much. So their day sort of looks like 2 shakes and 2 shakes and 1 meal a day, plus their snacks. And snacks and meals, there's lots of snacks that Isogenics have, but we just encourage people, like everyone knows what eating healthy is, and I like to think everyone knows what making healthy choices is. If you had the choice of, you know, going and having a chicken and salad wrap, or, you know, a Big Mac from McDonald's, I'd like to think you'd know which one is the healthier choice. And Isogenics is really about making healthier choices along with this system. So one of these shakes, like I said before, is not your average shake. So equivalent of 3 to 5 plates of organic food. Okay, so to get the same amount of nutrients as in one of these isogenic shakes, you'd have to eat 3 to 5 plates of organic food. Now, I love food, but I'm not going to eat 3 to 5 plates of the stuff just to, you know, get all that my body needs in. So having a shake is a really easy and convenient way to get all your nutrients into your body. Vitality as well is one of my favorite things to talk about on this. And Isogenics greens, like that study I was referring to before by UCLA, they were testing spinach as well. And like about one bowl of spinach back in like the 1950s used to give you a daily iron intake. Well, when they tested all that stuff in the early 90s and you know, doing the studies again, there was about, you'd have to eat, for the same amount of nutrients, you'd have to eat about 43 bowls of spinach. Okay, and that's just all from that nutritional depletion. So what the Isogenics greens does is really give you those vitamins and minerals found in our leafy green vegetables. So cool. And the vitamins, the AIM and PM daily essentials, that just tops up as well. So I love the vitamins, and you can really tell. You can really tell when you're using the vitamins and when you're not. So it's really good, and just helps to the reason. And I often get asked, why do we need the vitamins if the shake's got everything? Well, if you put all the stuff that's in the vitamins into the shake, it just wouldn't taste very nice. So the reason they take it out is just purely a taste factor and everything like that. So yeah. Adaptogens. Now, Ionic Supreme and E-Shots are two of our most favorite products in the isogenic systems. The Greek word adapto, meaning to adjust, associated with plants and produce properties that help them to adapt to stress in their environment. So plants can grow in any environment around the world. We've seen this. You know, and what they found is that we can actually take those adaptogens from plants. And you might have seen a little bit about them in the media recently. There's a big thing on adaptogens. Well, Isogenics has been doing this for 16 years. And Jim Coover, one of the founders and owners of Isogenics, actually helped to bring adaptogens to the Western world. So it's a pretty cool story. But it helps the body. So if you're having, let's say you get up in the morning, you have a little shot of Ionics, and it'll help you to wake up in the morning. And you can do the same thing when you're going to bed at night. And if you have a shot of it at night and you have it right before bed, put your head down, it'll help you to go to sleep. So it adapts to whatever the body's doing. And it's a really good thing for stress. And I like to train. It's really good for those stresses on the body when you're exercising or whatever as well. So yeah. So and the thing I was going to say about the taking a shot before you go to bed, it's like, you know, have a shot of the Ionics and then put your head straight down to go to sleep. Because I've had a shot before and walked around or watched something and it's kept me up for ages. So yeah, don't do that. And fasting days, like I'm doing today, nutritionally supported fasting days to help support the body and getting out impurities. So the body naturally does this, but it's really about, you know, starting to help the body to get out all those man-made stuff that we've put in there. Okay, now I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a scientist or anything like that, guys. Just understand this is just stuff I've learned from Isogenics Health and different articles, podcasts that I've learned from the scientists that make this stuff. And there's lots of articles that you can look at from, and the person that has invited you onto this call. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, please refer back to them and they'll send you a link. Or feel free to reach out to me on Facebook or anything and I can send you a couple of links. But it's a really good way to get your body feeling good. I know that when sometimes I'm feeling like I'm really tight, like my body feels a bit achy sometimes, I know that I need to have a cleanse day and really gets the body back on track. So, yeah. And one of the biggest things that Isagenix has just brought out recently is essential oils. I've never used essential oils before in my life, I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, Vanessa has started using them and they're really cool. So they have a lot of different values and a lot of different results for different things. So people use different essential oils for I don't know, on their skin, or there's a diffuser you can get with the Isagenix system as well, spray around, and there's a couple of things. Oh, hang on, guys. Person. And so there's a couple of blend oils as well, so I'll just read them out. There's one called Airway, Content, Tumbliss, and Defense Shield. So they all help with different things. Jen Jeffries talked about on the weekend about Tumbliss. She likes it because it's, helping your tummy have bliss. Okay, simple things, and definitely read up on the essential oils. And it's a massive market to do with Isagenix and all around the world. And yeah, it made perfect sense to me. My mate gave me a call and said, "Hey, bro, I'm doing something. It's been really good for my health. There's a great opportunity." So I got started, and these are my first 16 weeks. So at the time, I was looking for something to help me with my recovery from exercise and my performance and energy. I've always eaten healthy, and at the time, I was really just struggling. With sort of napping on the couch, I guess, and just wasn't feeling my best. Jumped on the system, gave it a really good crack, and obviously I got really good results really quickly. I surf and play rugby and gym as well, so that all factors into my results. But what is network marketing? Essentially, it's just this. It's network marketing is people helping people. So who here has ever recommended a product or service, or ever recommended someone go and watch a movie, or someone go and check out a restaurant? Like, has anyone ever done that? Well, that's network marketing. That product, that business benefited from your recommendation. What network marketing does is pay you for recommending people to use a product or service. So that's what network marketing is. And why network marketing? Again, this isn't Isagenix. This is just what's happening around Isagenix. So the markets we tap into: weight management, energy, performance, health and vitality, essential oils. Those markets are $286 billion total all around the world. Okay, so who would like a chunk of that 286 million? Well, that's what I thought. Yes, me. The disease and obesity is on rise year after year. And that's kind of like, why is that if people are spending $286 billion on all these different things? It's either that stuff isn't working or people just aren't getting educated around these things. So, yeah, and then the last one, online, e-commerce industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, the only one to increase by double-digit percentage for the foreseeable future. So e-commerce is growing by 10% every single year, 10% or more every single year, and they can't see an end to that. So everything's going online, and people will know people being made redundant or whatever by work or automation. That's why a lot of stuff's going online. And here's that stat: redundancy, 50% of jobs will be automated in the next 10 to 20 years. Now, this isn't me coming up with this, guys. This is stuff that's online. You can check out Forbes magazine. They talk about this exact same thing. And it's because of automation. It's because it's easier to go online. Social media, coupled that with social media, has really brought the network marketing age into form, I guess. So 2.2 billion active users on Facebook monthly, which is massive if you're a business owner trying to sell a product or a service. And here's freedom, creativity without stress. So 50% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years, which is crazy because I used to be a small business owner. With Isogenics and network marketing, you have one overhead, and that's your food, and you eat it, your monthly order. That's the thing that keeps your business active. And you have no boss or no employees. So no one sort of telling you what to do, but you have no one to tell what to do as well. We're all partners that all work together on this. And residual income. We all have residual bills, so it makes sense to have a residual income. So who here pays electricity, water, you pay your registration for your car, all of those things, without you even going to work, you still have to pay for those things. Okay, so those are residual bills. Now, Isogenics, every time someone makes an order that you have got started or you've helped them to help other people get started, and you receive income from all of that. So every order that people place throughout your entire organization. Cool. Eat the products, share the products, and you will get paid. So in short, here's a couple of how the upfront bonuses work. So if you help 2 people get started on the premium pack, which I got started on, if you help 1 person get started, you'll get $100. If you help the other person get started, you'll get another $100. But if you do that in the same week, Monday to Monday, Isogenics double that and pay you $200 for each person. So it's pretty bloody good. And this is everyone, every 2 people you sign up. So if you help 3 people get started on premium packs in the same week, that's $600, so on and so on. Yeah, and it made perfect sense to me to start sharing these products because I love them, and yeah, it made me feel good. So I helped my mum get started, helped my friends get started, and that led to me and my partner sharing this with a lot of other people, and now we do this full time. And we're just real people with real results. Like I said before, I'm not a scientist, doctor, definitely not a network marketing expert, but here's some other people that have had great results on the system. So here's our friend Alice down in Wellington. Here's our mate Adzi, who actually got me started. This is his 16 weeks. Obviously wanted to build muscle, so I can work for people wanting to lose weight or people wanting to gain weight, like Chelsea here, who was looking to put on weight, and she actually put on 20 kilos of lean muscle. So really good. Here's Dave, who's a firefighter. Adam always says, like, which firefighter would you want coming into your house, your burning house to save you? Do you want Dave on the left or Dave on the right? I think I picked Dave on the right coming in to save you. Here's Holly. So just those other things. It's not all about weight loss or weight gain or whatever. Her skin, she had amazing results there. Here's Braden. It's really cool. Now I'm just going to flick through these really quickly. So I've got some people. There's Rachel, amazing results, 16 weeks. Most of these results are 16 weeks. Sorry, Steph, I'll just mute you. Here's Bianca. She's lost over 20 kilos in the program as well. Here's Taryn. Here's Sam. We're going after that performance. There's my friend Dinny, who helped get started. To date, he's lost over 40 kilos. It's amazing, and now he's running Ironmans. It's freaking nuts. That's cool to see. It's Tom and Russa doing it together. And healthy aging as well, guys. Here's our friend Heather, who's a mum. Okay? So real people, real results. I'd like my friend Lisa now, if she could just jump off mute and sort of share with you her 30-second story. Just tell her a little bit about you.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on, Cal. Can you hear me all good?
Yeah, I can hear perfect, dude.
Sweet as. Right, so my journey with Isogenics began just over 2 years ago. And at this point that you can see me in that start photo, I'd actually already lost 10 kilos before then. So to date, it's about 22 kilos that I've lost since using Isogenics. I'm a mother of 2, so I've got 2 little toddlers who are now 4 and 2. I began using the products after the birth of my daughter when I was really, really, really run down. And being a busy mum, not having much time to kind of, put my heart and soul into preparing good food, I found that Isogenics was just a real game changer in that sense. And through fueling my body with Isogenics, I managed to not only lose weight, but gain an absolute ton of energy. And really that just it just brightened up my whole life. I got back into my passions, playing the guitar, doing art and music, all the things that sort of filled me up. And it also gave me the energy not only to show up as a great mum each day, but to really look after me, like having the extra energy to want to exercise and really push my body. Wasn't something I'd experienced for many, many years. So, 2.5 years later, still going strong, using the products every single day without fail. And really, I guess if there's anyone out there sitting on the fence wondering whether this is for you or not, take it from me. Like, you've just got to jump in and give it a go. It's the best thing I ever did.
Oh, amazing, dude. And like you said, you just got to put the stuff in your body and let it go to work. So thank you so much, my dear.
100%. No worries. Thank you.
Cool, cheers. And now I'd like to welcome this amazing lady onto the call who has lost over 20 kilos and she's looking absolutely amazing. So Nat,
G'day.
Share us your story.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. Hey, so thanks for having me on. I'm really excited to share. So before Isogenics, I was tired mum, I was morbidly obese, and I was napping daily. I was struggling with the balance, the stresses of being a teacher, and wanting to be a stay-at-home mum at the same time. January came, and my husband was actually diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And so our whole lives just changed at the drop of a hat. So over this time in hospital, I was struggling with my weight. I was putting on 4 kilos and losing a kilo, and that was not in a healthy way. That was unhealthy food, or like literally not eating, stress and things like that. So it was terrible, unhealthy habits. I wasn't coping. I was trying to juggle time with my son, time with my husband in hospital, the chores around the house that, when I wasn't at home, money, all those sorts of things. Then I saw my gorgeous friend Krista and her transformation, and I thought, if the products can do that for her body, what can they do for mine? So I jumped on board. I put my full trust in her, and she just said, "Do you trust me, Nat?" Yeah, I do. So I got started. Since starting Isogenics, I've lost 22.3 kilos. Woo-hoo! So pretty stoked about that. I've got into the 80s at 89.8, which is a huge goal for me. I've got the most energy that I've ever had before, and Ionics, that is my game changer. That's one of the products. It's for stress, and oh my gosh, it has changed my life. And my mum, who's on here, hi mum. One thing I always share with people was, mum said to me one day as I was walking down the street, "Yeah, you've really got your sparkle back. You even walk more confidently," and I felt like that inside and out. And these products have just been a game changer. So now I've helped 15 people on their health journey, and all I can say is follow your heart. This has been the best thing that has happened to me. So do it.
Amazing, dude. Well done. Well done. Thank you for sharing. Cool. And last person I'd like to jump on is Mr. Matthew Boyce. Matty, can you please jump on and share your story, because your one has been one of performance and muscle gain. So please chat to us, bro.
Thanks, Kel. It still shocks me every time I see these photos, but
mate, it's incredible. That's why.
So I started Isogenics about 10 months ago. I'm originally from a farming background, grew up in a high country sheep and beef farm in central South Island. Grew up on a typical meat and 3 veg sort of a diet, and never really saw supplements or taken supplements before. I had a brother that was a professional rugby player for 12 years. So he used to flick me the odd protein, a few shakes and things, but nothing too major anyway. But so now I'm a gold miner and a custom knife maker, so I spend most of my day sitting in a seat operating machinery. So a lot of my time is consisted with not a lot of exercise. So doing that for 8 years is starting to take its toll on my body, both mentally and physically. So Yeah, so I was doing shift work, so night shift, getting fatigued, just generally not feeling the best mentally, in a really negative kind of a workspace, putting on weight and not recovering with my sleeping. It was just really hard to bounce out of bed every day. I was just kind of feeling defeated. That's probably the best word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife introduced me to the products. For a start, wasn't really. I was quite skeptical. I sort of thought, oh, I've seen this before. It's not going to work. But after a month, I saw her transformation, and I was like, just an open mind. Yep, I'll give this a go. And I was blown away with how quickly my life changed. Sort of 2 or 3 days in, I think I dropped 6 kilos in my first 7 or 8 days, and that was just visceral fat, all the fat around my organs and things. Straight away was sleeping better. Mental clarity was like, it was almost like a light switch had been switched on in my head. And especially because I work a full-time job and I've got a knife making business, like I just need the hours in the day to be on my game. And it's just basically changed my life. Like I'm just working 16, 17 hour days every day and I'm just lit up. It's awesome. So yeah, it was kind of like I had this raw energy. Like I've never really been a runner, but I just felt like running. So I'd take the dogs to the beach and I'd just run down the beach with them. And like I've never really been into cardio, but it's just I felt like I had to just to burn some energy. So that was great. So in 4 weeks, I gained 7 kilos of muscle, and I was staying lean as well. So I've never really been able to do that, to put on muscle and stay lean. And it was like my body just responded to the product so well. I was terrified of the cleanse days. I think most people are. They scared me just even the thought of them. But to be honest, I look forward to them now. I did one yesterday. I just feel so good afterwards. They're just great. They do. Some days I do struggle, but you know, it's just a mental thing, and you just power on through, and you just feel so good afterwards. So yeah, that first picture is my first 12 weeks. But after my first 4 weeks, I utilised the amped performance range. And so that's the Isolene Pro Shake. So that's 36 grams of quality protein. I get that for breakfast and breakfast and dinner every night. So yeah, it's just really good stuff. I just can put on muscle so easily. Or I was still working out every day, like going to the gym and things, but you know, like my body's just responding to these products so well. I can train harder for longer. My gym sessions have gone from 45 minutes to an hour and a half, and I've still got more, but I just don't have enough hours in the day to keep going. Yeah, so that's basically my experience. Absolutely love it. My whole family does it. Yeah, it's just great. Thanks, Kelv.
Mate, absolutely amazing. And I think that's one of the things when you get these products into your body, you just see the results so quickly. And like you said, it's just like that energy that makes you feel like running. And you can't really explain it until you give it a go. So, man, thanks heaps for throwing that in there, and thanks heaps for sharing your story, bro.
No worries, guys.
Cool. So there is 3 basic packs that we help people get started on. Ultimate, Premium, and Basic. Obviously, the Ultimate is the absolute best. Premium, Ultimate, I didn't even know it existed when I got started. Premium is what I got started on, and Basic Wellness Pack. So choose what works. So, you know, remember it's usually breakfast and lunch. It's not on top of your food bill. A lot of people actually save money. And like I did, I saved a lot of money when I first started Isogenics. And it's all because I wasn't eating the crap that I was usually eating. I was eating Isogenics, good food, and I was feeling so good. So please refer back to the person who invited you onto the call if you're looking to get started. Oh, how do I get started? Refer back to that person who invited you along onto the call. And the last thing we always leave people with is, you know, what does your heart say? What does your heart say if everything you've seen? When I got started, I thought to myself, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff like this before. My mate Adam's had really good results. You know, I just want to give it a try. That was what my heart was saying. I looked at a whole lot of negative stuff, and I looked at a whole lot of positive stuff about Isogenics. And what I came to the conclusion is the negative people who were saying negative things, I just didn't want to be associated or be like one of those people anyway. all the positive people that were getting results and looking awesome, I was like, man, these people are amazing. I want to look like them and I want to feel like them. So that's why I gave it a go. And I'm still here 3 and a bit years later, smashing it out. And, it's really changed my life like it has a lot of other people. So we always say, what does your heart say? Man, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. So give it a go. And worst case scenario is you get your first month, you get a whole month's worth of food for free. Okay. So yeah, give it a go, guys, and enjoy it. So I think that's the last slide, and it is. So thank you very much for jumping on the call. And if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out on Facebook or refer back to the person who's helped you jump on this call. But cheers heaps, guys. Have a good one. And these calls are on 8 o'clock every night. So cheers. See you later.
Thanks, Kelvin. Woohoo!
Bye.